Il y a une décision que je regrette, c'est ma décision d'avorter. J'ai eu un avortement, c'est quelque chose que je regrette jusqu'à aujourd'hui.
En 1973, des femmes se sont réunies devant la Cour suprême pour rompre le silence, car leurs sœurs mouraient dans des avortements illégaux. En 2003, des femmes se sont de nouveau réunies en face de la Cour suprême pour rompre le silence. Cette fois, parce que l'avortement légal avait causé chez elles des problèmes émotionnels, physiques et spirituels, et parce que des femmes meurent toujours. Cette perspective personnelle est la voie manquante dans le débat politique sur l'avortement. C'est le catalyste derrière le développement de cette campagne pour sensibiliser et rompre le silence.
I realized there was this group thing going on, this quiet thing that was happening where all of us were hurting, but nobody was talking about it. And as I would hold women and they would cry in my arms and we'd comfort one another, I would think, this has got to end. We've got to do better for women. Abortion is not a solution.
La campagne Rompre le silence a commencé avec des femmes témoignant publiquement à travers les États-Unis de leur expérience personnelle de l'avortement. Elle a rapidement grandi pour inclure des femmes d'autres parties du monde qui, elles aussi, ont fait l'expérience des effets douloureux du post-avortement et veulent rompre le silence à ce sujet.
Very often people listen to the National Organization of Women and they claim to speak for women. Well, we're here to provide a different voice. We're here to say that they are not speaking for all women, and all women do not think that abortion is a great thing. And these are women who've actually experienced abortion, and they want to make a statement here. Our goal is to make abortion unthinkable, an unthinkable choice for any woman that is pregnant.
Au moment où les cofondatrices ont développé cette campagne de sensibilisation, similaire à ce qui se fait sur le sida et le cancer du sein, elles ont vu le bénéfice d'avoir un porte-parole connu pour personnifier la réalité de leur message. Gracieusement, Jennifer O'Neill, actrice, covergirl, modèle et auteure, a accepté de raconter sa propre expérience et de mettre une voix sur la réalité du choix.
My story was one of a young girl that I was engaged and I became pregnant and I was thrilled. I was so excited. And the father of my baby not only did not want that baby, but he harassed me and pressed me and pushed me. I folded. I was responsible for that abortion. But it wasn't a choice I wanted, but I was responsible. So I beat myself up for years. I had self-loathings, low self-esteem. You feel in your heart and your soul there's something wrong.
Dr Alveda King, la nièce de Martin Luther King, s'est jointe à nous pour rompre elle aussi le silence.
The daddy didn't want it. He was making threats. That still wasn't reason enough. But Roe versus Wade had just passed and my medical insurance paid for it. And that was real crazy now that I think back on it. But right after I did it, I began to wonder, did the baby feel it? Did it hurt? Was it a boy? Was it a girl?
Plus d'1 million d'avortements sont pratiqués chaque année, faisant de l'avortement l'intervention chirurgicale la plus commune réalisée sur les femmes aux États-Unis. Le choix d'avoir recours à l'avortement a été créé pour donner à toute femme la liberté de choisir. Cependant, pendant les rassemblements Rompre le silence, les femmes témoignent du pourquoi elles ont choisi l'avortement.
Everybody had told me that it was the only thing that I could do as a 16-year-old girl facing a crisis pregnancy. They wouldn't let me see my ultrasound.
My mom said an abortion would be the best thing. The best thing for who? Not my baby, not me. She said it would end the pain I was in. Abortion did not end my pain, it began it.
I was in a dysfunctional, abusive marriage. I was abusing cocaine, alcohol, and methamphetamines. I tell you this not to excuse what I did, but because the abortion industry would have you believe that any one of those things I just mentioned was an ideal reason to kill my child, and that's what I heard.
My husband said we couldn't afford another baby. When I refused to have an abortion, he threatened to leave us. I'd never seen him so angry. I knew he meant it.
My mother forced me to have an abortion at the age of 15. She did not want me to ruin my life as having me had ruined hers.
When I told my husband, he became very angry and said he couldn't handle any more.
I decided to have my baby. I didn't think my boyfriend would have a problem with it, but to my surprise, the day that I told him, all of that came crashing down. He could not believe that I would even consider having the child. After, going through the discussion with him, and also after my father, who loved his daughter very much and knew that she had all these hopes and dreams, he convinced me and my boyfriend that abortion was my best choice.
Alors que la famille et les amis voient l'avortement comme une solution simple à une grossesse non planifiée, nous sommes rarement encouragés à exprimer ce qui s'est passé pendant l'intervention chirurgicale et ce que nous avons ressenti, mais la vérité doit être dite.
As I lay there and listened to the vacuum cleaner suction out my baby, not only did the baby die, but a part of me died that day also.
I remember walking to the doctor's office while feeling my baby kicking inside of me. I remember leaving that office knowing that my body was preparing itself to expel this baby. And I knew that my baby was dying in me.
Avoir un avortement est souvent beaucoup plus traumatisant que ce que l'on attend. On pense être les seuls à avoir des difficultés parce que personne ne parle des émotions ressenties après l'IVG. Maintenant, les femmes réalisent que l'avortement pratiqué il y a des années est la source des problèmes physiques et émotionnels expérimentés aujourd'hui. Écoutez comment notre avortement nous a affectés.
They did not tell me having an abortion would increase the chances of having a miscarriage and the inability to be pregnant again.
I caught a very bad infection that went into my kidney.
And for months, I was awakened in the night by screams, piercing in the night. They were mine.
I had this one recurrent dream of this baby falling and I'm trying to reach it, and I'd wake up screaming because it was always just out of my reach.
Nobody told me that I would walk into this self-hatred that would drive me toward death. Nobody told me that I would use drugs to numb the pain, alcohol.
Emotionally, I suffered from deep depressions, breakups with boyfriends, guilt, shame, anger, fear, and a sense of enduring worthlessness.
I emerged from that healing institution with an invisible wound. A wound that went so deep that it would affect me for the rest of my life.
I started having nightmares and depression, and I had to seek help, and I realized I needed help for this healing. And I got it, and God's been good to me, and this ministry's been good for me.
Alors que la campagne Rompre le silence se développait, les hommes ont demandé s'ils pouvaient témoigner de leurs regrets quant à leur implication dans l'avortement de leur enfant.
I realized how small of a man I was, because if I had gone with her that day, I probably would have realized what was happening. Maybe I would have realized what was happening. Maybe I would have saw how upset, how broken she was, and taken her by the hand and said, come on, let's get out of this place. And I didn't even do that.
I didn't defend the life of my own daughter based on misinformation, selfishness, fear, shame. I let her die to an abortionist's knife. And I died the same day.
I wonder how my son or daughter would look like today if I would have stand up and be a man and fight for the life of my child.
You see, one of the biggest things that causes so much pain and that causes the suffering to continue for so long is the sense of isolation, the sense of being cut off from everyone else, being alone. And there came one day when there was an ad in a paper, which was put out by very many good people, just like you, that talked about how many of us had suffered. And right away there was that connection. And right away there was the process of healing that began. And there is hope, and there is healing for men and for women.
Le pardon est clé pour guérir d'un avortement. Participer à un programme post-avortement permet à ceux qui souffrent d'adresser beaucoup des autres émotions connectées à cette expérience.
And that's when my life really changed, because the post-abortion counseling brings up this emotions that have been festering inside of you for all these years, the unforgiveness, anger, grief, all these things that you've been burying down. And so I was able to, through the counseling, give my children names and give them real personhood. Then I was finally able to grieve the loss from the abortion.
That night, a supernatural encounter with the living God derailed my attempt to take my own life. And it started a journey toward healing, reconciliation, and restoration that continues to this day.
You can't destroy the baby without destroying the mother. You can't love and heal the baby without loving and healing the mother. That's what we want all Christians to do. We are calling in a particular way on pastors to proclaim that the doors of the church are open. We need pastors to proclaim that we who oppose abortion do not oppose those who have abortions, but rather we embrace them with the healing, mercy, and forgiveness of Christ.
En 1994, le Alan Guttmacher Institute a annoncé que 43% des femmes de moins de 45 ans aux États-Unis ont eu au moins un avortement. Il y a donc des chances que vous connaissiez quelqu'un qui a été impliqué ou a eu un avortement. Ces personnes doivent être au courant du merveilleux travail fait dans les programmes de rétablissement post-IVG. Il y a maintenant des centaines de personnes formées pour offrir aide et guérison suite à un avortement. Le site internet de la campagne fournit des liens à tous ces programmes. Les femmes qui ont fait l'expérience du pardon et de la guérison reçoivent la force de rompre le silence et de dire la vérité sur leur avortement. La campagne a réalisé 2 affiches géantes. Une de ces affiches représente Jennifer O'Neill. Sur la deuxième sont photographiés beaucoup des visages de celles qui regrettent leur avortement. Ces affiches sont utilisées par ceux qui voient la nécessité de soutenir la vie et d'aider ceux qui souffrent. La campagne produit également 3 spots publicitaires pour la télévision et la radio.
When I found out I was pregnant, I thought I would lose my job.
My boyfriend told me to choose between him and the baby.
I was already struggling to care for one child, so I had an abortion.
I had trouble conceiving again. I tried to commit suicide.
I started to have nightmares.
You see, abortion didn't solve our problems.
It just created different ones.
That's why we are silent no more.
We found help and healing, and you can too. Call or go online today.
Ces spots sont utilisés par de nombreux groupes qui souhaitent sensibiliser le public. La campagne de sensibilisation Rompre le silence n'est pas une organisation, c'est simplement une campagne pour attirer l'attention sur cette question. Elle est sponsorisée par Priests for Life, les prêtres pour la vie, et Anglicans for Life, les anglicans pour la vie. Elle ne cherche pas à adresser les perspectives légales et politiques sur l'avortement, à la différence d'autres mouvements de femmes. Là où l'autre côté voit le droit à avorter en termes de victoire ou de défaite, la campagne voit le droit à l'avortement comme mauvais pour la santé et le bien-être des femmes. Les femmes enceintes méritent mieux que l'avortement. Nous avons besoin dans notre société, et plus particulièrement dans nos églises, de vrais choix et de vrais soutiens pour que l'avortement devienne non nécessaire et de manière ultime impensable. S'il vous plaît, rejoignez-nous afin d'attirer l'attention sur les effets adverses de l'avortement en partageant une perspective personnelle entendue ici. Vous pouvez empêcher une autre personne de souffrir des conséquences de l'avortement et sauver une vie.
We are silent no more.